sensorial pleasure. And I think most of our day, for a lot of people, and me included, is preoccupied with sensorially being happy, feeling good, working hard enough to have the things to enjoy, feeling comfortable in relationships, always everything happy and good. But I don't believe that is heaven on earth. My feeling of heaven on earth is always realizing that we are by nature truth, consciousness and bliss. That is actually our nature. It doesn't mean that you won't go through pain, or things might be uncomfortable, but somehow within painful or hard times, there can be an experience of bliss. Like we watch a play, we watch a tragedy and can love it. Why can't we love our own life when it seems tragic? What is that? Why does that stop? And it's obviously to do with attachment. You can watch a play and you can be crying watching it and absolutely love it. And yet, if it was your own life, it could be to the point where you want to kill yourself. And that's because you're attached to it. Whereas when you watch a play, you're not attached to it. You just fully can enjoy the fullness of being human, the human experience. You can enjoy it. I think for me that's hopefully the secret. Why is there so much fighting over religion? There's no question more important in life than who are we, why are we here, and what do I have to offer to the world. And some people, I believe out of fear that they might be wrong, can't accept someone else's opinion, can't be open to another idea. Sometimes, I think very rarely, people have a lot of power in that they can manipulate others, and they know that people's fears people are easily manipulated by fear, and some people do use that. But for the day-to-day person, they so want to be right in their choice and are basically not sure, which I think all of us aren't 100% sure, that they refuse to believe anyone, and it offends them to the point where, I don't know, they want to kill each other. I can't see, if you put Buddha, Jesus Christ, Socrates, Shakespeare, Arjuna, Krishna at a dinner table together, I can't see them having any argument. That's the way I look at it. All the things they have to say seem to have a commonality. They're born out of different times, out of different situations, different cultures, but essentially it seems to me to be the same thing. Sometimes, I told you I was brought up by a father who ended up getting into almost missionary work in China. And the church I was at supported missionaries, and I remember thinking how great these people were to go and spread. In fact, it says in the Bible, you must go and spread this. It's your duty to spread this, tell the people. So they will go through incredible hardships. Some are killed, and through the years many have been killed. They've also gone and shoved it down people's throats. And they've done it out of feeling they were right to do that. I'm really sure of it. I'm sure missionaries always feel that they were right. I mean, we can look back in history now at what some missionaries and what churches did and through Africa and out here in the outback of Australia, that just seems so, in a religious sense, imperialistic, incredibly imperialistic and aggressive. But I'm sure they felt they were doing the right thing. They were doing their duty. I think a lot of things get caught up in the organisation of religion. A lot is at stake, money and position in people's lives. And I read that book, Siddhartha, when I was 19, and it had such a profound effect on me, because here was a guy who was brought up the son of the king, and he had he did everything all the rites and religious ceremonies, and he was brought up spiritually with the greatest knowledge, and he realized he had to go out and experience it and find it for himself, that truth for himself. And then finally he comes across the Gautama Buddha, who's this amazing Buddha, and becomes a disciple. And he kind of knows that this man is a fully realized man, but inside of him, after a little while, he says, I've got to leave that. I've got to go and find my truth. That is something that organized religion doesn't ever seem to have space for. The great Zen story of the bishop of something going to meet one of the Zen masters, and he comes up there to ask him questions, and he grants him, and he wants to go and talk to him, and he's filling his cup of tea, and as he fills his cup of tea, the bishop of whatever is watching, and it fills and gradually starts to overflow, and he's not sure whether to say anything, and it's overflowing, he's spilling everything, and finally he says, the cup is full. And he says, this is an illustration, the cup is like your mind. I won't answer any of your questions because your mind is full and you're not able to hear anything. And I think a lot of religion is like that.
Yeah.
They might want to ask questions, but it's all from that, you're wrong, I'm right, because it's not really there's no spirit of finding space. God is us and is not us. It's inside you and me and is outside of you and me. It is everything. I struggle with the concept. I understand the concept that everything around us is an illusion. I struggle with that because it feels really real to me, and the pain and the thoughts and the mind feels incredibly real. But I think I get a glimpse of what that is. Scientifically, microscopically, we can look so close to see there is movement that I can't see movement now, and your body looks incredibly real. But there is movement, but I just think the truth is that God, consciousness, is what binds all of this together, everything. And really, through all our ideas, it's quite simply what a gift this creation is. Everything about it. Whether it be times where you're hurting, or this human experience is amazing. It is here to be enjoyed. Not just the happy times, but even somehow the sad times are here to be experienced and fully experienced. And I think this creation has been given us to enjoy. And I think that if we do, that's probably about as close to God as we can get. I mean, I'm fascinated at the end of this to see what you come up with as a filmmaker, asking people whether that experience of what God is there. And I've spoken to some incredibly wise people, and sometimes the wisest of them said to me, no matter what we talk about, don't hold on to it, just let the sound of my voice, just listen to the sound. And somewhere in the sound is the truth. And we're so trained from being this high to go for meaning, to analyze, to find truth, to work it out, pros and cons. And I think as we meddle, somehow that truth goes. Oh my God. What a place to ask these questions too. The Aboriginal people, I've read a lot and was speaking to them, and they see what they call the magic. They see it in everything. They see the magic. And I suppose that's what I mean by is God. God is us. You, me, the land, the creek, the interplay of so many different things that have to make this creation work is it's magical. It's wondrous.